Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's CubeFit PVC Mobility. I am Mike in Boise, Idaho, and we're going to take the next 10 minutes doing some PVC stretches. Let me get that. Looks good right about there. Okay, so let me set the timer. And let's grab those PVC sticks. So we are going to start with an overhanded grip. A little bit wider than shoulder width. You can see where my grip's at. And let's start by just taking this directly up over on top of the head and right back down to the starting position. We're going to get those shoulders loosened up, the upper back loosened up, and eventually work the way all the way down to the waist. Hope you're all having a good morning, good start to the morning. I'm freezing today. Today's one of those days where I just can't get warmed up, and one of the rare days you're going to see me in pants. Let's go about 5 more of these. Here's one. Did some deadlifts yesterday, and I'm feeling that in my upper back. 2, 3. Let's get 2 more. 4 and 5. Next up is the figure 8. So keep your hands right where they're at, and we're going to start by taking the right hand over your head, and then we're going to follow with the left, just like so. So now you're in the pass-through position, all the way up and over, and repeat. Over with the right, follow with the left. Pretty important to keep the elbows straight here. When we start bending the elbows, we take away from the stretching and the mobility we're trying to achieve. That's 5. Let's get 5 more. There's 6. There's 7. 3 more. 8. That's 9. And here's 10. Now let's reverse it. So let's lead with the left, follow with the right. Give a little mental challenge, mental exercise this morning. There's 2. Let's take this up to 10 as well. There's 3. 4. 5. There's 7. We've got 3 more. I certainly hope some of you who were on the class last year took advantage of what you learned and did some of these during the shutdown. Well, I certainly did. Okay, right there. Now let's go into the entire pass through. So where the first exercise, we stopped directly overhead. Let's take that all the way up and back, just like so. There's 1. Let's look to get 15 here. I want to get a good burn going in the shoulders. There's 2. 3. 4. 5. Got some new lighting in here over the break as well. I like it, but I feel like I'm pretty drowned out in the on the screen. I'll work with it and see if I can change the angles a little bit. It's pretty excited to get those things. I went from what a standard, I think 80-watt bulb to 1200-watt bulbs in here. These little LED things. Big difference. I wish I had these in here when I was working on the Jeep. I found all those nuts and bolts I was dropping all over. I've completely lost count. Let's call this 14. And we're going to go 1 more. We're going to call that 15, even if it wasn't. Goal was to get a good burn going in the shoulders. I got that. I hope you did as well. Next one, we're going to do an assisted range of motion. So what that means is we're going to be using the PVC pipe to help push one shoulder up and higher than you can get to in a normal, just actively work that you do by yourself. So left hand up on top of the PVC, right hand is overhanded about 2/3 of the way down. Now, we want to take your hand up and overhead. So this is where I can get naturally with a PVC, I can get a little bit further back. So here's a side view. Here's where I'm getting naturally by myself. And with the PVC, I'm getting an extra few degrees of motion or movement. And that's what we're trying to achieve here. So we're letting the right arm in the PVC pipe get your left hand to where it doesn't get to on its own. It's a really good assisted stretch. We're going to hold that for a good 20 seconds, and we'll switch sides and hit the other. 5 more seconds. There's 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's switch sides. So overhanded with the right, overhanded with the left, about 2/3 of the way down, and using the left to get the right up and back as high as you can, with the disclaimer that everything is pain-free. Pain is not a good thing. Pain is your body saying, hey, let's reassess the situation. Let's not force it. And another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the left side one more time. Let's get it up and back. It's not too cold outside this morning. I just can't get warm. I was all bundled up even inside too. One of those days. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides one more time. And we're using the left side to drive the right side up and back. And for those of you who are new in this class, I like to use about a 5-foot section of PVC or a wooden dowel. 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Next up, let's go one more set of the pass-throughs, just like so. And then we're going to work on opening up the front side of the chest here, front side of the body. That's 3. Quick set of 10. Here's 4, 5. My upper back feels so much looser already. There's 6. Here's 7. 3 more. 8, 9. And last one is 10. Next up, let's find something stationary, like a corner in your wall or in your house, some kind of wall. Bring your arm up to a 90 degree at the armpit, 90 degree at the elbow, and then place that against something stationary. And then we're going to rotate away from it. So you're going to be feeling that big stretch up here in your chest area. Great exercise before the day, during the day. This is kind of the anti-gravity stretch. Keeps everything that's gets so tight during the day sitting at your desk, keeps you all nice and loose. Just make sure you're not marking up the walls. I know I'd get in trouble if I did that. All right, let's switch sides, 90 and 90 on the other side. And we're rotating away from it. And I want you to feel that big stretch up in the chest area. And another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Next up is a rotator cuff stretch. One of my favorites, very important. So let's find that same 90 and 90 you just had. PVC pipe comes right back behind you, just like so. And with the left side or the opposite side that you don't have the PVC pipe with, grab the bottom portion, and it's going to look like this, where you are rotating around the axis of your upper arm. So you can see that my elbow is facing straight into the camera. I'm not allowing this to happen. I'm not getting crazy with my body. It's all rotation around your upper arm's axis. And again, nothing painful here. Uncomfortable, slight discomfort's okay. Pain is not okay. You will all be seeing when we switch around and hit the left side. I'm really struggling with my left shoulder of late. So I'm not going to be getting quite the mobility out of the left, but we're going to do it anyway. So find your 90 and 90, just like so. And then with the opposite side, we're going to rotate around, find your limit, and just kind of hold it. My left shoulder has been becoming a little more problematic over the last several months. And I have a feeling I might be looking at some doctor visits here coming up soon. It's just not getting any better. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more exercise. Let's take a double overhanded grip take the PVC directly up on top of you. And we're working on some squats, overhead squats, one of my favorite exercises. So everything is just like how you would normally squat. We're just working on keeping the PVC pipe directly overhead and not letting it fall out in front of your body. We want everything just right above your head, shoulders, hips, all that fun stuff. There's 3. Let's take this up to 7. Here's 4. It looks weird seeing myself in pants. I'm not used to it as much as you guys aren't used to it. I believe that's 7. There's 8. I need 2 more from you. Last one. All the way back up. Thank you, folks, for joining me on today's PVC Mobility class. Look forward to seeing you all back here next week. Have a fantastic day.